This is Gordon Pepper, and I would like to say, hey, remember me? Well, I'm back. Sort of, kind of. Anyway, thank you all for watching this stream. Right now, there is not much stream to watch. There is a World Championship Series screen right in the front, but eventually John will... Hey, well, now we have... Hey, all right. Now we're cooking. Thank you, John. So basically, we have 6 matches today. They're all for belts. And the one that we're seeing right now, obviously, everybody is still in practice. I see a Cruiserweight match. I see a tag team title match. It's going to be the Uncapped tag team title because I see Matthew Frei-Funk over there. So that is going to be Dysfunctional Bulls defending their title. I believe the Cruiserweights are over on the left-hand side. And in the middle is going to be the heavyweight matchup featuring your Northeast Regional Heavyweight Champion, Miguel El Tiburon Acobo. All the matches are going to be fun. All of them are going to be tough. And just keep in mind, we've got a little something called Battle Bowl coming up in the next couple of months. So that's what we got going on here. Now I see Miguel taking a whole bunch of strikes, a whole bunch of shots. Not everything strikes. I see a couple of splits up there, but that's what practice is for. I do not see his opponent as of right now. I'm guessing he has one. I'm going to let John fill in on whether or not he has one or not. If he doesn't, it's going to be a really easy night for Miguel Acobo. So we've actually had some craziness going on here in the World Championship Series. I know that someone is looking for a plane. I guess I'll have Jonathan discuss that more. So as you can see here, Jonathan has put up exactly what's going on over here. 33 and 34, which is to the left, is going to be the Cruiserweight match. Raul Renteria is our Northeast Cruiserweight champion. He will be going up against the #1 contender. Oh, by the way, he's held the title already, Chondite Faison. That is going to be a fun little match over there. Faison is looking for title #2. Renteria is looking to hold on. So he doesn't see a title reign #4. 35 and 36 is Miguel Acobo versus Ducky Russell. What makes this interesting is, of course, the New Jersey version of the Team Relay is going to be in Westbrook tomorrow. And that, of course, was at one point Ducky Russell's home house. However, it's now this match is in New York, which is sort of Miguel Acobo's home house. So you have that. And by the way, 37-38, as I mentioned before, Matthew Frei-Funk and Dave Nagelhout, who are the Uncapped tag team champions, or the heavyweight tag team champions, however you want to call them, but I like heavyweight tag team champions. They're going to be going up against DHS, and that would be Frank Maynard Jr. and Alex Prell. If that name sounds familiar, that's because a couple of months ago, he was the world heavyweight champion before losing it to George Williams, and George Williams, in his first defense, lost it to El Tiburon. And that is where we are now. Alex Prell and Miguel Tiburon, by the way, are also part of a group that they call themselves the Meme Mafia, M-E-M-E, and they like shooting up all sorts of silly little messages. There was a time at one point that the Meme Mafia held all the titles. So right now, that is no longer the case. Chondite, very impressive, throwing the ball right through all the pins and not hitting any of them. But then again, this is practice, so practice is good. Anyways, so basically, what's up for grab here in these matches? Titles. Lots of titles. All the World Championship Series hardware, and there's only a couple of matches left until we get to Battle Bowl. So if you win the title now, if you successfully defend it, you only have to have 1 or 2 defenses before Battle Bowl. So this, very important matchup for everybody. Right now, we see the heavyweight title match between Miguel El Tiburon Acobo and Ducky Russell. That, of course, is still in practice. It looks like all the competitors are there as of this point, as of the noon matches. You can't say the same thing about the 3 o'clock matches yet, but then again, it's not 3 o'clock yet, or 2:30. And Jonathan Dansbury has told me he now has earphones. I hope he puts them in the right place. Pause, pause, pause. No, I'm kidding. No, Jonathan Dansbury is a good guy. He is your Northeast World Championship Series director. I, of course, am the operations manager. And it's fun to be operating a little bit on the microphone for at least the noon set of matches, and then we'll see where we go from there. Thank you, John. So right now, looking at everything here, from the crowd's reaction, it looks like, and again on social media, it looks like your favorites in 2 of the 3 matches, your favorites by a wide margin is the heavyweight champion Miguel Acobo and the cruiserweight champion Raul Renteria. Not so much on the tag team side, and keep this in mind. You have Dave Nagelhout, who held the heavyweight title, but he lost it to Alex Prell. So there's a little rivalry going there in DHS, and Maynard and Frei-Funk are there for the ride. But I expect to see a lot of Prell versus Nagelhout in the heavyweight tag team matchup. And I think whoever wins that little mini war between Prell and Nagelhout is going to have the advantage on winning that match. Now, obviously, Frei-Funk and Maynard are both very, very accomplished bowlers in their own right, and they can certainly hold their own. But you don't want to see that. You want to see Nagelhout versus Prell. You want to see a lot of that. So I don't know how much more practice they have. Hopefully, practice will be ending soon, and they'll be starting their matches. So while you're here at this point, let me explain the other 3 matches that are going to be happening. You're going to be having the welterweight match. You're going to have the capped or the classic tag team title match, and you're going to have the Vixens title match. So we're going to see what happens there. At that point, looks like we still have a little bit of practicing going on. I hear volume, which means I may be hearing a Jonathan Dansbury coming up soon.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I was talking a little bit about the matches, how the bowlers got to be where they were. And you see, and this is interesting here. You see, on this pair, you see 3 former heavyweight champions.
Yes.
In the form of Miguel and Acobo. Of course, you now have Dave Nagelhout and Alex Prell going against each other, but this time it's for the heavyweight tag team titles and not for the singles titles.
Right, yes. Very, very interesting. You have 2 former heavyweight champions, singles heavyweight champions, and they're in tag team action. So this is definitely an exciting tag match on to our right here on 37-38. As my camera won't stand up, so.
Well, your camera's excited for all the action that's going on here.
Yeah, my camera. Yeah, the camera. The stand stinks, and I wonder if it's still no. Okay, we're good. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, we got Prell, obviously former heavyweight champion. Got Nagelhout, who is also a former heavyweight champion. Which, by the way, he lost the belt to some guy at Unholy last year. Some guy named Prell, I think.
That's one of the things that I mentioned, and I said Frei-Funk and Maynard Jr. are going to be able to hold their own on this matchup. But really, the key is going to be who can best the other person between Prell and Nagelhout. What's going to be real interesting is to see who is being lined up against who in that match. Are they going to put Nagelhout and Prell right up against each other, or are each of them going to be going up against the other member of that team? I would think if I was both teams, I would be sticking Nagelhout and Prell in the number 1 spot.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to. You got to figure Nagelhout, Prell, they're the 1 spots. They have to be. I mean, Frank Maynard, Alex Prell's partner, fairly new to the scene. He replaced at the time, an injured Brian Hall at the end of last season, or we say December. So he's still kind of fairly new. So to this, so I don't know much about Frank. I haven't seen the guy bowl. Maybe you've seen him more than I have. But either way, I still think Prell and Nagelhout are going to lead the way here. They'll be the A bowlers that start the match. And like I said, it'll come down to Frei-Funk and Maynard, who can execute or who can win the even number of games.
Should Prell win the title, I believe he would be, because I believe he won the classic tag team title with Big Red, Big Red Guillermo, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct, yeah.
So he would only be the second person to hold both the classic and the heavyweight tag team titles. The first person, of course, would be Raul Renteria.
Yes, absolutely, yes, of course. Sorry, you keep going, Gordon. I'm trying to multitask here, actually.
Well, I was going to say you also have to stop practice soon. Oh, wait, practice looks like it's over, at least on the Cruiserweight side.
Yes, practice is over. Cruiserweights have begun. We'll start over there first. Let's start over here. That's not the best camera view, but Chondite's phone has to be close to a charger, so that's the best camera view we got here. We are underway. We are here live at Whitestone Lanes in Flushing, New York, just a couple minutes outside of Citi Field. And the Cruiserweights have begun. Raul Renteria and Chondite Faison. And both bowlers start off with a strike. Chondite comes back with solid 9.
All right, so right now we're in the second frame, John?
Second frame, yep, second frame.
Both bowlers with a strike. Faison leaving a 9 pin. It sort of looks like a 10 at my angle, but I guess it's a 9, and I guess he makes it.
It is 9, yep.
All right, so since I cannot see what's going on in terms of the scoring, I'm going to have to do my own little mini chart here.
Hey, yeah.
But we do know how to score here in these things. So Raul would be up now if my math is correct.
There you go.
At this point, we're looking to take the early lead here. Oh, there he is. And there he is with his best friend, Tao.
Yes.
Tao's a celebrity as well as.
It's always a handicap match in these title matches when Raul involved. It's Raul and the Prell versus the challenger. You know, it's always 2-on-1. Well, you know, we allow it, I guess. We allow that kind of stuff here. So.
We do allow that stuff here, and we also allow the fact that you're not always going to strike a 4 or a 3. Leaves an 8 count.
Yep, 8 count, 6-10. Raul here, 6-10. Well covered, no problems there. So I'm still trying to get a little situated here, Gordon. So we can go ahead and talk a bit. I'll try.
All right. Well, right now it looks like we're tied 20 apiece if we go into the third quarter. Renteria right now looking to build something up there. Last time around, he threw a strike on this lane, and not this time. We're going to make the spare here, and he will.
There you go. And now everybody's here is underway now. So heavyweights have begun. Uncapped tag teams now have begun. And I stand corrected, Gordon. Dysfunctional bowlers. I'm going to go back to, this is interesting. Over here. Can't see well because there's a lot of things going on. There's dividers, there's poles, there's Ducky Russell, who is not paying attention. It's okay. He was fine on chairs. Dysfunctional bowlers starting with Matthew Frei-Funk. Nagelhout is not leading off in this match. Very interesting strategy. Maybe Matt's got the better look here. And so far, he's got striking now at 10.
Either Matt's got the better look, or the other strategy if I'm referring to the bowlers is sort of what you said. Maynard Jr. is a little bit green on this, and so therefore, if I'm Dave Nagelhout, I'm thinking, maybe I can go 3-0 against Frank, which means if I do that, that means all Matthew has to do.
Right, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's a bold strategy, so we'll see how this goes. Like, and yes, Prell has started for the hit squad. So Prell and Frei-Funk to lead off this, best of 7 uncapped tag team title match. So
Also puts a little bit more pressure on Prell because now he can't rely on Maynard against Matthew Frei-Funk because he's not going up against Matthew Frei-Funk. He's going up against previous heavyweight champion, and we know that Dave Nagelhout is that good. And you would have to think, and no offense to Frank Maynard Jr., but you would have to think that Nagelhout's going to be a favorite in all three of his matches. And meanwhile, my screen is blank. So I don't know what's going on. I'm going to suggest that people are throwing balls. Pause. So while we're doing that, I guess I'm going to chat a little bit more. So the strategy is this: if you are dysfunctional bowlers, you add the pressure on, and if you add the pressure on, you're forcing Alex to win, or and even if you don't win, a tie or something close is going to be close to a victory on their part. Of course, now Maynard's job is to keep the match close on his end. So he needs to do that. If he does not, that is going to spell trouble for your challengers. Now I'm wondering, as I said, I've seen a couple of Meme Mafia people there. So I'm wondering how many of the Meme Mafia are actually watching this match, and how many of them are actually live in the building themselves, not watching the match because they're there in person. I guess we shall find that out as the matches go on. So, let me see what Mr. Gansbury is up to at this point. So right now I'm still in the trying to figure out why I have no picture for audio part. I am going to guess that something got unplugged or kicked around because that did not look like the safest of areas. So, but anyway, if you're here watching, we currently have the title matches going on at noon. I am Gordon Pepper, and right now I am commenting on a black screen. So I guess we can make up our own imagination. I can imagine that they're throwing some strikes down there at this moment. Also guessing there's some spares that are there. I'm going to guess also Raul Renteria is probably talking to his towel at this point, because when we left them, Renteria was trailing in the middle of the first game to the challenger Chondite Faison. So I'm going to put myself on mute momentarily, and so I can find out what's going on here. Hold on one second.
Yes, this is what I get for free Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi.
Hey!
Yeah, that's what I get for free Wi-Fi. Joking, work for 5 minutes and then shit don't work.
Good job, free Wi-Fi. Can you hear me, or do I need to bounce out and come back in?
No, you're good. You're pretty clear.
Okay.
God. Free Wi-Fi. All right, Corey, keep talking. Hold on.
All right. Well, I see a 5-pin up there. Nobody misses the 5-pin. Oh, look! Now we got it. So, Jonathan, are you there? All right, so Ducky Russell's up now. I cannot see the scoreboard, so I mean I can barely see it up there. So I don't know who's winning or losing. Let me see if I can open this up. Get a better view. That's not really a better view. Russell right now, it does look like he's on a bunch of strikes, and it doesn't look like he's on that anymore. 3-pin, 2-pin. Actually, double. Got a 2-8 up there. Russell looking to make this fair.
Okay. All right, we're back. Took care of another problem. Yay. Okay. No more problems. No more problems. I'm done with problems today.
No more problems for now until we get to the next problem. No problem. Ducky isn't coming for the 2-8. As we go, I want to say the 7th frame over here. So, John, what does it look like right now? Because I cannot read the scoreboard up there. So I don't know who's doing what to whom.
Right now, Ducky Russell, heading into the 7th frame, has a 9-pin advantage. Both bowlers on its spare. So far, Ducky has gone double, 7 spare, strike, 9 spare, 8 spare. He's got 105 in the 5th, working on a spare, going into 7th. Miguel has the only open so far in the match in the 3rd frame. He has gone strike 9 spare, 1 double, 9 spare. And Ducky now continues to hold on to the lead. So, Ducky holding on to that 9-pin advantage with the strike there in the 7th. The Cruiserweights, we're going to go to there first when their lane gets fixed. Looks like their right lane. He walks in there. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. This guy literally walked out in the lane, and oh my goodness. What concentration by Miguel there. The guy only came out right in the middle of his throat, not bad. Miguel with a strike there. The Cruiserweights, there's Chondite has got the first hit in the 10th. He actually has the game won.
With a cameo by Lane Guy.
Yes, cameo by the Lane Guy, yes. Coming out of the back.
So both bowlers are on strikes here in the heavyweight match as we go into, I believe, the 9th frame.
Yes, so 8 frames. 8 frames. Miguel for double here. Gets the double. Here we go. We got a battle here. Have ourselves a battle here. 35-36.
So now, if you just watch Ducky Russell, you've known Ducky Russell from his days on Ducky. Yes. I think I did that correct.
Yes. Oh yes. Absolutely yes. Yeah, those are tuning in. Yeah, that's not a mistake. Yeah, he's on Jersey Outlawz right now. Yes. Yep, Ducky, long time running team. Yep, unfortunately is no more, and he had joined another team. So Here's the Outlaws. Good choice. So, as I continue to deal with stuff in the background, multitasking. Here's Ducky looking to respond with a double. 10 pin, head pin, does take care of number 10.
Well, this is the UBA here, Mr. Dancer. You're used to dealing with stuff in the background noise, foreground noise, noise from the lane people, noise from the mechanics. It's just noise. Now, this is a crucial shot here for Ducky in the 9th frame. If he strikes here, and since he's up by 9, Miguel Acobo cannot shoot it out in the 9th and 10th. However, anything that is not a strike here in the 9th frame, Acobo has a chance to steal this one.
Yes, absolutely. Big shot here. Foundation frame. Stands up quickly. Maybe hits it a go like hit. Ducky Russell with a turkey in the 9th frame.
So Gauntlet Stone over to Miguel. If Miguel pretty much must have this in the 9th frame, and if he strikes out, he's going to force Ducky to throw the first 2 and 10.
Right, absolutely.
So Tiburon basically needs the next one.
Miguel here, 9th frame. It's in the go. Miguel responds to the turkey, and here we go. 10th frame, 9-pin game.
Yeah, if you're El Tiburon, the first one is mandatory. You do not want to hope that Ducky Russell gives you the game by opening, because right now, Ducky is at least lined in a little bit. He's not necessarily as locked as Miguel is, but Miguel cannot afford to not throw a strike here right now.
First shot here, 10th frame from Miguel Acobo. 10 back in,
Little bit of a BS carry there, but that is what Miguel Acobo is known for, is the BS carry.
Sure. I mean, not sure if I'd go with that. I mean, that was a pretty good shot there, but okay. That was a pretty good result. I mean, there was no question about that shot. But yeah, sure, we'll go with that. But this is just the goal. You go looking for the second hit. Looking for nope, high 5 count. That's gonna hurt you count too.
Yeah, not only does Ducky not have to shoot 2, I'm not even sure he needs to shoot 1, depending on the count could be here.
I think so. Let's see if we do some math here. Actually, now let's see. Well, I got the 3-2-19. Ducky to 245. No, Ducky now does not need the first hit. That count hurt. Miguel. All right, so Miguel finishes with 219. Ducky can go up to 245, so 9 spare strike is in 224. So as long as Ducky doesn't go like bad count, spare bad count, Ducky is going to win game 1.
So basically, Ducky needs a mark.
Ducky does need a mark now. And that was bad count. Yeah, also some action over an Uncapped tag team match. I'll get to that in a minute. Ducky here looking for game 1. Mixer goes, and game 1 will go to the challenger, Ducky Russell.
All right, John, I'm going to log back out and log back in. So give me a moment for a quick little break here, and then I will be right back.
You got it, Gordon. You got it. We'll catch you on the other side. So while Gordon takes a break, we have fun on the Cruiserweight side. Chondite takes the 1-0 lead. Did not get a final score there. But Chondite now leads 1-0. And the Hit Squad, they went spare, keep. 3 spares and cheat for 260 over functional bowlers. So it hits. So all the challengers with a 1-0 advantage so far. Goes to Cruiserweights for a bit as Gordon's back in.
Yeah, there.
Go again. So as you just went away, all the challengers in this title matches have a 1-0 lead. And there's your final heavyweights. So Ducky Russell, your winner in game 1, 245-219. So good for all the challengers. They're up 1-0 in all 3 title matches.
So you said all challengers are up 1-0, huh?
Yep.
Of that, which one's the most surprising? Because the classic one, not classic, I'm sorry, heavyweight tag team title match, I think is going 7. So that doesn't surprise me. Chondite basically has almost an advantage here, so that doesn't surprise me. Heavyweight side, a little bit surprising. I didn't think it was going to be 4 sweet, but I didn't think that Miguel would lay an egg like he did. I wouldn't even say lay an egg, but Ducky came out on fire game 1.
No, Ducky actually came on fire. I mean, he finished strong on the back end of that game. He threw the last 6 that game, 240. Other than that, he had a double. He stayed clean, but he stayed with it. He made the 3 spares in that first half of that game, and the strikes came later on. And Miguel was right there behind him. He had 1 open early in game 1. But the 1 open pretty much did him in it. So that was the end result. Yeah, he agreed to 11th shot, but that kind of took some pressure off. So. Game 2 with bullets off the 2 strikes.
So, John, let me know when you're back. I would like to ask you a couple questions here. If John is not back yet.
Yes, I'm right here. Sorry, I'm still multitasking here. I'm still trying to multitask here behind the scenes. Not a great execution shot there. He knew right off his hand. So.
So, question for you, Jonathan. So, if all the matches after the champions are down 0-1, which champion do you feel has the most urgency to take game 2?
Out of all the matches, I think. Wow, that's knowing all the champions we have here right now. I think as Ducky makes the 3-9-7, pretty good. The most urgency, I would have to say, would be Raul Renteria. Raul, as a cruiserweight champion and as a classic tag team champion, if there's anything about Raul and or his partner in title matches, as soon as they lose a game, the urgency level just immediately goes up. It is like the urgency goes through the roof with Raul when he loses a game. So I would expect Raul to come back and win this. game 2 over anybody else. And
Well, the one
that's
thing
not
that
the,
the one thing that I remember when he lost it to Carlos Jimenez and he lost it at Lodi, the one thing I remember is that Carlos never gave Raul a chance to breathe. Raul started to make a lot of mistakes. So I agree with you. I think Raul needs to win game 2 more than anybody else. You've seen everybody else come back from those 2 deficits. Raul is not good at that. Being down 1-0 isn't a big deal, but he can be down more than that. Of course, right now he's getting some help.
Yeah, Raul's getting some help. Definitely, we're gonna Jake Aaron being used here for a bit. Chondite. Well, he's making it easy for Raul to win game 2. So far, Chondite halfway through game 2. Can't see the scores here, but Chondite has 66 in the 5th with 3 marks, no strikes. Raul's got 3 marks through 4 frames, and we're waiting to see where he. Oh, there he comes. There he is. Okay, Raul has a lead on the bench, so it's got to boost the confidence level up for Raul. Goes here in 5th frame. And you know what? That's fortunate for Raul. Just a 6-pin. And while it's not a great shot, he's still going to feel good because right now Chondite has nada. I don't know. Whatever look Chondite had game 1, well, it's not there now. So Raul's got to like the position he's in right now. He's up 20 now with the spare. And Raul has struck 1 time.
Well, more so in the cruiserweight to welterweight, sometimes the lanes break down, and when it does, your spare game needs to show up, and clearly Chondite's spare game is still sleeping somewhere in his apartment in Brooklyn at this point, and that's going to be a problem, especially if you only have a 66th and 5th. Raul right now looking to make sure that Chondite does not come back this game. Ooh. Well then, of course, now that I just said that, good job, Raul. Thanks. 2, 4, 10. Yuck. And just when I said Raul is trying to make sure that Chondite does not come back in this game,
yeah, that's it's
all your fault, Dansbury.
Yep, I am that. Yes. So we're trying to get
Actually, no, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the scores. I apparently did not get. I didn't get the final score for the Uncapped tag.
Well, now the question is, can Faison take advantage here? Oh, he gets the sloppy mess, but it looks good over there.
Yeah.
Maybe he can use it. Now this is going to be the important frame for Chondite.
Big frame here.
Because if he just opens up, then he's exactly where he was. If Chondite can double, he puts a little bit of pressure on Raul. Meanwhile, Miguel Acobo throwing darts of his own down there. By darts, I mean strikes. Faison here. This needs to be a strike. Is he going to get the roll? No, he does not. That is a makeable spare, though, so he'll catch up a little bit on Renteria, assuming that he makes the spare. Chondite right now looking to make the spare, and he will.
There we go.
So Chondite with a little bit of a pick, but he's going to need some more help from Raul to get back in the game, too. Isn't that right, John?
Yes, absolutely, yeah. He's going to need a little more than that. I mean, he's making spares, which is good, but obviously, like seeing 3 strikes in a row, and especially when Raul does that, if Raul finds something, it's usually not just 1 strike there, 1 strike there. If he finds something, it's like 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 in a row, and if he's behind, he goes back to that urgency we were talking about. That urgency shows, and he's run a lot of opponents down in title matches. Put it that way. So,
Raul found something on 30. Yeah, Raul found something on 33. If he finds something on 34, then that's going to be some major problems for Chondite in game 2. Good shot here coming up from Renteria, and he hit it. And I believe Raul's going to tie this one up one game apiece. Is that right, John?
Yes. So that's a big double for the champ. Let's see here. Yeah, that was a big double. Chondite looking to respond. Big strike for the challenger. And let's see what we don't need to fun animations here.
Speaking of opens, it looks like Ducky is starting to open up here, not in a good way in game 2. John, what's going on in the heavyweight?
Let's go to the heavyweights. So far, it is all Miguel Acobo here so far. Miguel has the front 5. Ducky Russell has not a single double. Not one double here. No string yet. That's 6 now for Miguel. So Miguel with a commanding lead here in game 2 so far. You see Chondite over there on 34. He does not get double over there. So right now, Ducky has 105 into 6. Miguel perfect.
Yeah, so it looks like throwing a gigantic brain fart or the shark getting indigestion. Miguel's going to tie that one up one game apiece also.
Yeah, well, Miguel's going to have to tie this up one piece unless we have a catastrophe. Miguel looking for the front 7. Gets it to go. Miguel Acobo, 2-time heavyweight champion. Former world champ as the front 7 here, looking to even things up at one apiece here. We'll go back to the Cruiserweight as they're finishing up their 9th frame. Chondite 120-68, fair in the 9th. Raul Renteria is working on a double. Max scores. Chondite 176, Raul Renteria 212. So, a big shot here for Raul. Looking for a turkey here. Game 2, 10.
Yeah, but based on the numbers that you're saying, as long as Raul stays clean, it's going to be fine, correct?
Yeah, right. And Raul just like almost beside himself. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that from me, but Raul dropped a few not friendly words. Can't really get into the 10 now, but thanks to spare. So I don't know if you can do math or you just can't believe you didn't carry that, but Raul going into 10th frame has a 15-pin advantage. Just needs a mark here to close out game 2.
Do you think after game 1 his towel screwed down a bit?
That's a good question. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure about that. But that's a pretty good question. Oh, God. I mean, I know we're on the other camera here. Oh, here's Raul here for 10. Looking for the win. He goes high. Oh, he crosses over for a Brooklyn strike. And, well, that's a good mark again. That is a pretty good mark.
Now, what's going on in the heavyweight tag team matchup, John?
Heavyweight tag team match. We'll switch cameras. We'll turn the camera here as we don't video. Right now, the hit squad is 1-0. They are working on a double here. It's been Dysfunctional bowler so far. But nobody's really lighting it up. Hit squad, they went 262 game 1. Since then, they have thrown 3 strikes. That's 4. That's a big one. Frank Maynard with a key turkey for the hit squad. They were behind a bit here. Miguel will just keep going here. So right now, Max scores in the uncapped tag team. Max, the hit squad 227, Dysfunctional Bowlers 237. That is a close matchup.
So Nagelhout needs the first 2 is what you're telling me.
Well, right now, let's see. It's 38 frame right now. Here's Nagelhout. You can Ducky just got the front, but okay. And now the door's open for the hit squad. The door is open there. And there's a final in the cruiserweight. Miguel, over there. We'll get to Miguel's 10th frame in a moment. Miguel continues to pour it on the front nine here at the so-called tough Whitestone leagues here. I mean, this has been a pretty good showing for Miguel here in Game 2. Nagelhout spare, and this game got really close. As I mentioned before, Uncapped tag team title match, the hit squad 227. Dysfunctional Motors now 226 if they go off the door. So anything can happen here. Post game, one pin match. Cruiserweight, Raul did win game 2. 181-152. And of course, in the heavyweights, Miguel's going to win game 2. It's going to be 1-1.
So 1-1, chance to be 2-0 depending on what hit squad does.
Yeah.
It's a big strike that does force VHS to keep striking.
Yes, absolutely. So that was a big shot by Nagelhout. He strikes 9 frames. Nagelhout probably on 8-0 so far in Uncapped tag team action. Looking to keep this winning streak going. So.
I by the way, I completely expect Prell to finish out this game except for the last shot, which Maynard's going to come in for.
Yeah, absolutely. And oh my goodness, Ducky, I don't know if you saw that. Ducky tripping out the 5-7-10 for a strike. Oh my goodness.
Stop. Pick up the green ball.
Well, here, 9th frame.
Just see what it does.
Looking for 4 in a row. 5th to go. 6 goes late. Huge shot for the former heavyweight champion. Like I said, we will catch Miguel's 10th frame. So, Ducky looks like he's may have found something. I guess the ball he had game 1 doesn't look good anymore. Ducky here is proficient with 190s. Miguel, as we mentioned before, has the front 9. Prell here. Going to start the 10th frame. Ducky finishes 192. Here's Prell here, first ball to 10. Yes, 10 back again. We're going to go back and forth here. We got a lot of action here. Miguel here, front 9. 1 pin game in the Uncapped tag team title match. As Gordon mentioned before, Prell is going to throw this shot. Frank Maynard Jr. needs to finish the game. Miguel here looking for the front 10. Light mixer. Go! It's 7 goes. Huge shot. I guess we might have lost Gordon for a little bit.
No, you didn't lose me out here.
Oh, okay. Oh no, was that some BS carry? Alex Prell gets 2 in the 10th. Here comes Frank Maynard. He needs a strike to finish off game 2.
Yeah, the Alex Prell throwing the 2 strikes isn't a big deal because that's what he does. Yes. Now here's the interesting thing, and here's where the strategy comes in on sticking Nagelhout in the 2nd spot. Can Frank Maynard close the deal? Because if he can't, Dave Nagelhout can. And meanwhile, of course, he's talking to go and not about 300.
Sorry there, Corey. Oh my goodness. Wow. Miguel threw that one pretty good there, and he got the ball Randy. He got Randy. 8 in on the front 10. Still a pretty good game. Miguel finishes with 289. And we're going to quickly turn the camera here. Frank is up the approach. Can't see it here. This one is shut out game 2. Most shut out game 2.
Well, here's Maynard. Here's the start of the game right here.
This one for the game. 10 to go. 10 back. The hit squad now leads 2 games, nothing. 227. There's nothing dysfunctional bowlers can do. They can only go 226.
And if I'm dysfunctional bowlers, Maybe that was not a good idea to make that person switch. Of course, now you're sort of stuck with that. But Maynard has definitely shown that he can hold his own now against Nagelhout. And as I said, you know, he doesn't have to beat Nagelhout. He just has to keep it close, and that's exactly what he's been doing.
Yeah, pretty much right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so far, I mean, the strategy's not paying off. Although it's kind of hard to beat 262 game one, but this game two, I mean, you had Dave up in game two, and you don't win this game. That's gonna hurt big time.
Yeah, you know, if you get blown out, you get blown out. It's the games you lose by less than 10 pins that stink, and if you're going to lose by one, that's a killer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially a game that you were actually leading until near the end of the game.
Yeah, they had a lead. And, yeah, you're right. They had a lead. Going to seventh frame, they still lead. Eighth frame, Nagelhout leads the 3-pin. That opened the door just enough for Prell and Maynard to take advantage. And there is your final in the Uncapped Tag Team title match. Hit Squad.
All right, I had someone just call in, so my audio just got shot again. Give me a minute or two, then I'm going to jump back in the room.
Okay, I was saying your audio is pretty good, but go ahead. Yep, go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, well, my audio is fine, but I can't hear you.
Gotcha. Okay, go ahead. All right, cool.
All right.
So your final in the final tag team time match, 227 for Hit Squad, 224 for Dysfunctional Rollers. And I think for the first time I can say this, the Dysfunctional Rollers is down 2-0. I don't think I've had to say that in their undefeated run so far. So, it's the first time they're probably facing this kind of adversity. So, we'll see how they respond here. So, game threes are underway. We'll go back to the Cruiserweight title match, where the Cruiserweights, Chondite, Faison, and Raul Renteria, their third frame. Chondite on 10 pin. He misses by a country mile. And that's first open game three. Gives Raul the lead on the bench. So, exciting action here so far at Whitestone Lane. Miguel at the front 10. Tries these up to one apiece. Cruiserweights are one apiece. Oh my goodness. Trip 2. Trip 2 by the challenger. And nothing like a friendly trip 2, or if you call, or in Miguel's terms, DS carry. Miguel here, starting off slow here. Miguel is starting off slow. He's open to the washout, does not make it. He's got 36 10 into the second frame. And he goes go. So here's Raul Renteria's fourth frame. Has got an 11 pin advantage sitting on the bench off the Chondite missed 10 pin. Here's Raul, and he almost crosses over. Leaves the 6 pin. Raul does cover, makes the spare. Keeps the 10 pin advantage heading into the fifth frame. Chondite, Faison, the former Cruiserweight champion. I believe from, I don't want to say last season, I would say the season before he has the belt. For the first time. Was unsuccessful in his first title defense. Let's go back and see who he lost to for that one. Once one hit, he was the 7th hit. So Chondite still not comfortable. He shoots 2-0 in the first game. It's the only 200 game in the title match so far. And neither ball really getting comfortable, getting lined up here at all. So interesting to see how these two bowlers can go forward. As Chondite, can't get comfortable making a spare either. Missed 7th. So that's 2 opens for the challenger. This is the 10th and 3rd frame. This is the 7th and 5th frame. Here's Chondite looking at rebound off the open frame. 2 pin. The 8 move. Might not pick it up. It will pick it up. Last time he tripped the 2 pin on this lane. This time he will not get that break. There's on the 280. This time he does make a spare. So Chondite finding himself in a 22-minute hole halfway through game number 3. Chondite looking to win the Cruiserweight title for the 2nd time in his WCS career. Raul Renteria on his 2nd run, I believe. So far, it's been a pretty good run so far. As Raul Renteria is still a current double champion as he's currently holding the Cruiserweight belt and the Classic Tag Team belt. His partner Brian Ames watching in attendance. There is Brian. Brian watching in attendance, taking notes, seeing how lanes play.
When you throw a good ball, you need that. When you throw a bad ball,
Here is Raul. Crosses over, he couldn't get that ball to sit. He gets a turkey though. And here he comes. Here comes Raul Renteria, as we mentioned before. When the urgency level goes up, here he comes. Yeah, right now, Raul is right. 3 spares, followed by 3 strikes. He has himself a 42-pin advantage. Chondite getting a what we call a band break or a BS carry. That was definitely BS carry for Chondite. That was a solid 2-3 pocket hit. He just collapsed everything. And Ducky Russell on the heavyweight title match. He cannot find anything right now. It looks like he's playing musical volleyball right now. He can't find anything right now. Any three balls he's going through. And despite the stretch, Ducky actually not too far behind this match in this game. He's got 9 spare double. He flagged the 10 pin. Now he makes the 10 pin. So Ducky with a spare in the 5th frame, 77 in the 4th. Chondite learned how to make a spare on the right lane. Oh, that'd be the left lane. Never mind. He knows how to make spares on the right lane. It's the left lane that's giving him trouble. So. But 8th frame in Courage Raul's hammerlock here in game 3. So while we wait for Raul, we're going to go back to the heavyweights here. And Miguel, looks like that ball was right early. So Miguel will not get the 55th frame. And this is turning out to be a good game 3 here between the 2 bowlers. Miguel, assuming with makes a spare here. We have 1 pin advantage for the champion. And Raul did get the 4th strike in a row, 8th frame. Raul's going to go up 2-1.
Bar don't open till 6.
I know, that's stupid.
Need some?
No bar,
No food.
no food.
Well, this is New York. They got restrictions. You need to go back over the bridge.
It's over me.
Yeah, all 3 bridges that we came over.
I don't know. Carl. But it's later, right? Who? Isn't that Carl's later? No. Huh? Bill?
I was going to say that's bubblegum.
Miguel. Not a great shot. That ball checked early. You can see he leaves the big 4, and here we go. The door is now open for Ducky. Over to the Uncapped Tag Team title match here. Oh, Miguel's going to miss all 4. The next field goal kicker for the Philadelphia Eagles. Pretty good. So Uncapped Tag Team title match. Dysfunctional is down 2-0. However, they have the lead here heading into the second half of Game 3. Dysfunctional bowlers with spare, strike, spare, double. And now a big Nagelhout 10, which he should make. And he does. And Dysfunctional bowlers with a 43 pin advantage. With WCS coming up in the 6th. Oh, I have a board number. I do not have a board number. He was in there for a second, and now he's gone. And Frank Maynard with some struggles here. Oh, it's going to be tricky. Let's do this. Bear with me for a second here, guys. Here we go. And we got Gordon back. I think. Yes.
It's all a live long day. I've been struggling trying to get on again. Sorry, John.
Ah, you're good. We're all having our share of fun, pretty much, so.
Well, I logged in to see Ducky complain about his secretary, so I'm going to guess Miguel is up on Game 3.
Well, he just scored double here, and he's sitting right next to me. I'm going to say, oh, and that's 7 seconds now. Oh.
Go looking to make the 10 pin, and he will. I don't know where John went. Where'd you go, John?
Yeah, that's definitely, yeah, that's the opposite of some BS Gary. That's some BS period. That's a BS.
That's a BS leave.
Yes. Yeah, back-to-back splits, back-to-back open to the champion. He gets one back here, but he needs a lot of help from the challenger here. So, right now the best, Miguel can do 199. Prell can go 247. And we have a final in Game 3 for the Cruiserweight. It's all Raul Renteria. Raul, our champion, wins Game 3. He takes a 2-1 lead. He wins 258-160. So I think
here's a fun fact for you, John. You want a fun fact?
Fun fact.
Chondite must win game 4. Raul Renteria. Oh my goodness, Ducky, what are you doing? Here's a fun
And
fact,
Ducky,
though.
yes.
Raul
go ahead.
Renteria in a title match has never, and I mean never, lost a 3-1 lead.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, yeah. So yeah, Chondite must win game 4. I mean, not gonna say it's all over if he doesn't win it, but
I'll say it. It's all over if he doesn't win it.
okay, go ahead. Yeah. I mean, we'll still bowl, but I definitely don't like his chances.
Raul has lost 1-0. He's lost being up 2-1. He's lost being up 3-2. He has never lost being up 3-1.
Oh, yeah. Here's Ducky.
Which goes to show how tenacious of a bowler Raul Renteria is. If he has you by a certifiable margin, it's over.
Yes. Pretty much, yes. We're gonna turn right here. Yeah, Ducky strikes 9th frame, so he still leads, but that gap got a lot smaller now between him and Miguel. Miguel, if he wants to see any part of game 3 here, must strike out. 9, 10, 11, 12, gotta have ball. Or at least 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11, now it forced Ducky to show big shot, foundation frame for Miguel. 10 back for the champion. So Miguel fighting here.
You think he may have had a little bit of a 300 hangover in game 3?
He might have. Yeah, a little bit of a hangover, I think. Yeah, especially at the beginning of this game. Like I said, he opened on a washout frame 1. He almost didn't make the 3-6-10 second frame. It looked like he was over at frames 3 and 4. He left the single pin 5th frame, then he goes back, opens 6 and 7th frame. Then he goes big 4, and he goes 7-10. Sticky fingers. Here's first shot here. 4-7 frame for Miguel. Got a hole, does! And Miguel Acobo has a turkey. That puts him in the 180s now.
Well, you said before if he goes out the door, it's 199. And speaking of horrific messes, what did Matthew just do?
Frei-Funk. Greek Church. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, so over there, hit squad. They're gonna bowl their lowest game of the day. This game, the best they can do is 185. They're working on a double going into the 10th frame. This is Frei-Funk's 9th frame. It's 3. So, all right. So, 4 for the uncapped tag season. Oh, that's never. Dave needs 62 balls. And actually, Frei-Funk has to finish the game. Frei-Funk has to finish the game. They need 62 balls. So actually, Dysfunctional bowlers will get on the board. As Miguel throws the 4 in a row now. So now that puts Miguel in the 190. So, like I said, Ducky now has to show up for the 10th frame. And
what pin count does Ducky have going into the 10th frame?
Ducky he's working on a strike, so he will need the first hit, unless Miguel throws 2 count, which I don't think he's going to do here.
I don't think he's going to do that.
That's more than 2. He got 9, so Miguel will sit in the clubhouse with 198, and he will wait his feet. Ducky will need the first hit. And
what does he have in the 8th frame, John?
What's that?
What does he have in the 8th frame?
8th frame, 152.
So yeah, not only must this be a strike, this has got to be a strike with good count.
Yeah, so it's going to be strike, 7 spare, or better.
Strike 7 spare.
Strike 7 spare, strike 9 is good, strike 8-1 I believe is good.
Yeah, 8-1 is good.
But this is the important shot. Got to have this one.
Strike 3 church is bad.
This one pretty much for game 3 here. It's up, gets the hit. Light mixer 4 pin goes. That was the big shot for Ducky Russell. And this is the lane he split on, too. So it's not all over yet. 837 here.
I was about to say, this is
Yeah.
he sort of ducked up here earlier.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this question, John.
Yes.
Would you consider what Jackie Russell the DS carry? If it's the DS carry for Miguel?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know. Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out shortly. This is from game number 3. He pulled that one in. Oh, very fortunate. He leaves a 6-pin, and that's going to be enough. That is a winner in game 3. Ducky Russell will retake the lead here in this best of 7 title match, 2-1. And for the Uncapped tag team title match, as we mentioned, Dysfunctional Bowlers now on the board. They win 209-184. So we have 2-1s across the board. As Ducky Russell finishes his 10th frame, he finishes at 201.
I know you said 10 minutes.
What do we have on game 4 of the Cruiserweight, John? I'm sorry, John is typing right now. So while John's typing away,
Yes.
let's look at the Cruiserweight match.
Let's go Cruiserweight. Cruiserweight match. There you go. Cruiserweight match. So Cruiserweight match. Let's see what we got the Cruiserweight match. They are halfway through game. Oh, they're in the 5th frame. This is a little more of a competitive match game here. Chondite with the lead here at the moment. Hold on. That's why I said hold on. Now he may not. Actually, now, right now, it's the moment to tie game. 4.5 3. After that, Chondite missed 2-8.
Yeah, and this is a game in my mind that Chondite thinks an absolutely must have. You do not want to go down 3-1 to Raul Renteria. It doesn't matter if it's in your house. Winning 3 against Raul in a row, not a really good way to go here.
Yeah, no, definitely not. No. Absolutely not. No way. I don't care how hard this is, or how hard or how tough this looks, but yeah, I mean, this is, you don't want to be down 3-1, even in your own house. Or your house
And I hear this all the time. How many times have you heard this before, John? I don't want to go to the other.
I hear it very often, and I just roll my eyes. And here we are. Like I'll give you a good example, and I'm sure you know this very well, Gordon. How about all those times Bobby Hall from Maryland, during his reign as heavyweight champion, drove the furthest in all his title defense matches, and he kept winning and kept winning. He drove the Lodi for title defense. He kept winning and kept winning, kept winning. He finally got a match in his backyard. He loses. In fact, he lost to, the guy is 2 lanes away from us. Dave Nagelhout, by the way. Dave beat the dog from North Carolina, Maryland, to beat Bobby Hall for the title.
I was going to say, not only did he lose to Dave Nagelhout, he lost convincingly to Dave Nagelhout.
Yes, he did. I was impressed. I was very impressed. I mean, I know Dave is a great bowler. But to do what he did down in Maryland in Bobby's backyard, I mean, that's impressive. So that's why, I always hear, you're going to call people in their home house? I'm like, yeah, well, anything can happen in their home house.
I was going to say, if you want to make a convincing argument for Bowlers of the Year or Bowlers of the Year, if you're going to hook those up together, you can make an argument for Dave Nagelhout. He's been the only person to hold the heavyweight tag team title. If Alex Prell wins this, you can make an argument for Alex Prell because he's gotten both the heavyweight title and the heavyweight tag team title in the same calendar year within months of each other.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Alex Prell, He's proven to be a great champion. He's a two-time belt holder. The heavyweight side, he's won the classic tag team titles. He's now eyeing up the uncapped tag team titles.
Of course, you can talk about Raul Renteria, who currently holds the Cruiserweight title and the Classic Tag Team title as well.
Yeah, he's the only other bowler, I think, to hold the two belts at the same time. I'm trying to think. Yes, technically, yes. I mean, all right, if you really want to be technical, he held three, but you can't hold three at the same time. But Raul's the only one. Yep, Raul's the only one to accomplish that feat. Where he held the Cruiserweights, the Uncapped, the cap, and then they won the Uncapped. And of course, obviously made the decision to go with the Ultra Classic. So, but as far as holding two belts at one time, it's only one person. So that would be Miguel Renteria, Latino All-Stars. Also held.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it this way, this is crazy when you think about it. It's crazy when you think about this. So, dysfunctional bowlers have held on to three belts.
Yes.
With the money that they have made off the World Championship Series, if they wanted to, they could have paid for their whole team for every UBA season ball that they've been in so far.
That's why. That's some good stuff there. That's it's good living. Some good living there. I mean, pretty good stuff so far for dysfunctional bowlers. Like I said, they've pretty much since this will be the third time in a row that dysfunctional bowlers would go 3-0 in title matches. Raul won the belt. Yeah, right. Well, Raul won the Cruiserweight belt back in December to end the 1920 season. Right. And then obviously we had Unholy in February. We're all three belt holders, all three belt teams / holders. They defended Unholy at Bolorama, and here we are again. So could we see another three? Could see all three, teams and bowlers, defending the belts. Right now, like I said, Raul is up 2-1. Nagelhout, Frei-Funk, they're down 2-1. They lead in the early going here in Game 4. So it's possible. Very possible. And, there's some BS Gary. There's some BS Gary, my son. Calling it. BS Gary.
Let's get up there. What's the scoring right now? Where are we in this match?
Right now, actually, that's a big strike. That is a huge strike, as a matter of fact. We are entering ninth frame, and Chondite with that strike leads by 6. Both bowlers on a strike in the 8th. 127, 121. Here's Chondite, 9th frame. This is, not even close on the right side. And Raul beside himself. How can you carry that? To argue that, I'm sorry, Raul's had about 3 or 4 broken strikes so far. So, it goes both ways. Sorry. Sorry. I believe Raul's throwing 3 or 4 broken strikes this game. In this match.
So right now, Chondite up. So what you're saying right now, Chondite up by 6 with a double going into 10. He cannot get shut out. Raul, however, can force the double here, but this has got to be a strike.
And it's not a strike. So, So actually, Chondite now up 16 with the double. So.
Mathematically, the game's not over yet, but the odds are very much in Chondite's favor that he's going to tie this up. And as I said earlier, I really thought that Chondite absolutely has to have the game.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Good chance, and Raul abusing the towel.
Criminal abuse on a towel.
Towel's being abused. Raul wasting no time. 10th frame here. I didn't even talk here. Best Raul can do with that strike. Best can do 191. Chondite can go 217. So if Raul goes up door, Chondite will need a mark.
And if he doesn't hit this one, this game is pretty much over.
Yes. There's Raul wasting no time again. Snaps 10 out. Big shot there. That's huge. That is huge.
Well, Chondite's going to show up.
Yeah. Senna has show up here in the 10th frame. So far, he's clean on that on the left lane. Clean on the left lane so far. In fact, he's got 2 out of 4 strikes on this left lane so far this game. So Raul makes quick work of the 10th frame. He finishes with 190. Chondite will need a more consent. This is for game 4 to tie in the match. 9th. Gotta make the 9th.
Well, based on what his body language was, and based at the ball almost carried into the beak, I think he's really happy to only see a 9-pin up there, because that could have been a lot worse. Oh, but he's going to need this one.
Yeah, he does make the 9-pin. No problems there. So, 5 for the win. 5 pins, any 5 is good for the win. And we'll have a 2-2 match and a best of 3 for the Cruiserweight title. And more importantly, he will knock him down 3-1. So he gets 5. Well, that's 6. That's a good. Wow, good time for 6. Wow. Good.
And if Raul was not annoyed about himself for the lack of count in that 10th frame on that last ball, he is now.
Well, if Raul strikes the fill shot, I mean, Sonic still needs 6 there. But if the 9 stands up on that big 4, and Raul strikes in the fill, we have a tie game. That would have been huge.
Right.
But that's not the result. The result is a game 4 victory for the challenger, 192-190 for Chondite, and we were all tied at 2 apiece.
All right, what's going on now in the heavyweight match? Because I'm seeing a lot of leaves being left by both bowlers.
Yeah, so far we're halfway through this heavyweight title match, game 4, and there's a total of 3 strikes between the 2 bowlers. Ducky has 1.
And that's not one of them right there.
Yeah, Ducky has 1 and Miguel has 2. So, not a lot of striking going on. Ducky has an open, Miguel has an open. Actually, Miguel's 2 strikes is a double first, second frame.
So who is winning this game, sir?
Well, right now, Miguel leads by, with now it's spare, Miguel leads by 3 pins, both bowlers on the spare in the 5th frame. So 70-67. Both on the spare as we head into the second half of game number 4. While they go bowler and turn to the Uncapped tag team title match. And as I mentioned before, we were talking about urgency here. There is a lot of urgency in the Dysfunctional Bowlers camp. Hit Squad, Prell, and Maynard came out strong games 1 and 2. And since then, it's been Dysfunctional Bowlers games 3 and all game 4 here. Dysfunctional Bowlers with 6 of the first 7 strikes in game 4. The Hit Squad was 83 in the 5th. So, and Prell just picked 3 out of a full rack. Yeah, this game will be over real fast if you throw shots like that. And that's what I was saying about Whitestone lanes here. You get it out too far wide, it's goal. There is Whitestone lanes. That's why it makes it a little tough. The outsides do not play as friendly as people think here. So. I often joke and call it China Stone. And everybody just laughs at me like, yeah, it's anywhere but China.
Well, it ain't China Stone if you keep the ball outside of the out of bounds.
Yeah, it's not China Stone when you go 3 off the left or the right. And Prell just opened you at 3, 6, and 7. So I think it's safe to say at this point it will be Dysfunctional Bowlers winning game 4 as they could go out for 279. And the best the Hit Squad can do is 195. In fact, the strike here in the 8th frame will actually shut out the DHS. So yeah, DHS can be shut out in 8 frames.
Yipes.
Yeah, that's it. This is not even close. This is not even close. Yeah. So we'll focus on the heavyweights in that case as they go ahead and finish. Cruiserweight at the tag team will go and finish that game. So when we went away, it's a 3-pin match in favor of Prell. It is now a 15-pin advantage for the champion.
Act like you know how to vote.
As Miguel gets another double in the 7th frame. Miguel with 90 in the 5th, strikes in the 6th and 7th frame. Ducky Russell 85 in the 5th with a spare in the 6th. He's now stepping up here in the 7th frame.
So it looks like right now we're looking at 3 in all 3 matches.
Atta boy.
Yeah, we could be looking at
Now do it on the other side.
2, and yeah, we could be seeing at least all 3 titles go 6 games minimum here. Especially if Miguel could finish this game off. And Dysfunctional now officially have won game 4 in the 8th frame. Actually, I lied. I'm sorry. No, I lied. They need 2 pins. I'm sorry. But pretty much like any 2 pins in the next 4 balls, like I think they're good here. Ducky, almost 7-10, but the 7 wiggles. The messenger went across for number 10, got the 10 out. Very fortunate to get one of them out and avoid trouble, but still, Ducky looking for that double, but does not get it. Ducky here on the 7th pin. He will take care of it.
Yeah, that's probably an opportunity that Ducky wished that he had back at that point, because you're right, I could have put him right back in the match.
Right, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was kind of big. So it's kind of big. I mean, it was big that he did not strike there. I mean, the 7-10. I mean, the 10 gets up. I mean, that puts him in a bigger hole. But Miguel here's got to step up. 8 frame look for Turkey. And he does it. The champion has Turkey, 8 frames. Reaches at least 25. So, mentioned before, this is the first. Oh, that's a 3-pin. 3-pin.
That looks like a 9-pin.
3-pin. No, 3-pin. No.
It's always fun to hear Jonathan Dansbury arguing with the bowlers. I enjoy that, because it's fun. And Jonathan will tell us exactly what that's all about once he gets back on. But right now, Miguel Acobo is a couple strikes away from sealing game 4 up. Ooh, little funky there, but all the pins go down. That's what matters. Looks like that's a 4-bagger, and it looks like Ducky Russell is in deep, deep trouble this game. He's got to go out the door, and Miguel Acobo's got to do something similar to what he did game 1 for the Big Church.
Okay, we're back. You have to take care of that.
So, Jonathan, I heard people complaining about pins going up there.
Raul had a 3-pin, and the machine knocked over the 3-pin when it was recycling. Raul was arguing that the 3-pin went down on its own, but that was not the case. I had a pretty good view here, so we'll get the 3 respawn on the left hand for Raul. And Ducky here, nice trick, nice frame. There we go, 10th frame. Ducky got for 205. That was a pretty ugly rack. Wow. That 1-3 pocket was wow. There's a pretty big gap between the 1 and 3. Oh my goodness. I did not. I saw the rack when it came down, and my goodness. Wow. Oh, that rack is ugly. Oh my god. There's a huge gap between 1-3 on 35. Ducky. Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, Ducky up 205. Miguel can go out for 2-4.
So basically, as long as Miguel stays out of trouble, he's got this one.
Pretty much, yes. Ducky here, second ball at 10. Ready to go. So, pretty much strike here. Miguel would need 9 on the first ball for the win. He doesn't even need a mark, but we've seen some pretty wild stuff here. The guy's going to come back up. And he's going to run up front. Oh, this is going to be good. Up here is going to be that trade. That's luck. All right, 4 penny finished 204. So, 8-1 is a winner for Miguel. 9 on the first ball is a winner. Anything better than that, obviously, is a winner too. But
we all know that always
yeah, the guy went in there and he's going to set the 3 pin up. Okay. And Miguel here for game 4 in the tied match. 10 down and 5 in a row. And we have a final also in the Uncapped tag team title match. It is 2-2 across the board. Dysfunctional Rollers win game 4, 236-153.
No, that was happening. No, that was happening.
And obviously Miguel winning game 4 here. We're going for the final score. We'll let Miguel finish up here.
Ain't nobody else cheering, bro.
Very funky ass nigga.
He's working.
I know. He talk shit about me all the time. I can't talk about him every night. He got a whole video.
He's working in Connecticut.
And Miguel will knock that one. Come back into my touchdown. That would have been a fun 7 count there. I mean, first ball. I think he might have needed the spare if he left that first ball. And Miguel gets 2. So there's your final. Miguel Acobo ties the matchup once again 2-2 with a 226-204 game 4 victory. As mentioned before, it is 2-2 across the board now.
Now, John, is this playing out the way that you figured that it would? Because for me, it sort of is playing out the way that I figured that it would.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit, yes, it is. Hold on one second.
So right now, while we're doing this, we're going to start a little bit on number 5.
Okay.
We're back.
Okay. I'm back, yes. Yeah, I expected a good fight here. Good fault match here. I knew Ducky was not going to come in here and kind of like lay down a pretty good floor plan. Coming into Whitestone. I mean, first of all, Whitestone's not exactly an easy house. And for those that have seen Whitestone before, or bowled here at Whitestone, or even those that have not watched, some sort of bowling that takes place here at Whitestone, it's definitely not easy. Gordon, you got it.
All right, so we're going to start game 5 here in the heavyweight match. And it looks like I can see why Jonathan has been called away, because I see some issues over here. He's going to fix that out. Ducky's got issues right now. He's got himself, that's what we call a big issue. Looks like either a 4-6 or a 7-10. Either way, that's trouble. Actually, maybe that's an 8-10. Selly-cam. But again, either way, that's trouble. That is not how you want to start your best 2 or 3 matchup against the current World Heavyweight Champion. I am Gordon Pepper. Jonathan Dansbury will be following momentarily. Right now, I believe he's updating the ticker, and he's dealing with the Cruiserweight matchup, which right now I'm seeing Chondite leaving a mess over there. That's not good for him. That's good for Renteria. who's your current Northeast Cruiserweight champion. Right now, Miguel Acobo is coming in, and he's starting up the first frame. Now, for him, a golden opportunity for him to make some hay while the sun shines, so to speak. Pick up an early lead in Game 5. That match is tied up 2 games apiece. First bell out the door. And he likes it, and there's a good reason. That's a strike. Now, keep in mind, Miguel Acobo finished the last game with 5 in a row. So, currently 6 in a row, spread out over 2 games. Going into frame 2, looking for 7 in a row, and more importantly, a 20-plus lead can lead the match.
Why don't you have your phone on?
One of the
Airplane.
one of the I guess one of the workers here. Interesting.
Nobody knows I have a phone back yet.
Sorry, guys.
No, why should I? Nobody knows.
Sorry there.
So, but right now, second frame. Double, that's a double, all right, but not the one that he was looking for.
Yeah, you said it. You took the words right. Yeah, right away from me, Gordy. That's a double.
Oh.
That is a double. Get it. Go ahead, Gordy.
And Miguel's going to pick off 1, which is not good. So Miguel had the lead, but Ducky looks like he may take the lead right back here with at least a mark, if not a strike. Obviously, you prefer a strike. Mark's only going to put him down to even. Strike here, it gives him potential to take a small lead of his own.
Yeah, very true. Well, actually, he's got a 1-pin advantage so far. 1-pin advantage. Yeah, not the best start here for the heavyweights. We will get back to these guys a little bit later. We'll go to the Cruiserweight camera view here.
All right.
We are in the 8th frame here of Game 5, and well, it's getting to be a barn burner here. I'll put it this way: 8th frame. Raul has 95 in the 6 on a strike in the 7. Chondite has 90 in the 6, strike in the 7, and that's spare. Just made in the game. So not another low-scoring game here. And Raul has a 5-pin advantage and can increase that lead to 25 with 2 more strikes here and have a stranglehold in Game 5.
Oh!
Well, it wouldn't be 25, it would only be 15, but point taken.
All right, no more
Right, well, 25 with 2 more strikes here. Like a strike here will give him 15, and a strike in the 9th will give him 25, so.
Yeah, theoretically, assuming, yeah.
All right, one shot at a time. Okay, one shot at a time. We'll go with here. We'll go here first.
Yes. First things first.
Oh, double, and, well.
If I was Raul's towel right now, I would fear very much so for my safety and hoping that I don't get thrashed in the ball return at this moment.
Somebody needs to call Rudy and take towel away. I still remember that story. I guess Rudy one time he took his towel and Raul's towel. Raul went to a title match. Lost game 1. Rudy gave Raul his towel back, and Raul went on to win the next 4 games. I don't know. I don't remember what title match that was for Raul, but
do not mess with Raul's towel.
No, definitely not. No. But right now, Raul probably thinking like, yeah, I want Rudy to take away that big frame, 9th frame here for Raul. He gets the strike. That's huge, and now the ball return might be wanting to run away as well with the towel.
That would be some sort of strange marriage, wouldn't it? Ball return gets married to towel.
Oh God, that'd be funny. Chondite, I was gonna say that would have been big if he struck out, but he did not. But this, let's see what we got here.
If my math is correct, Chondite still takes the lead if he can pick this up.
Yes, at the moment, yes.
At the moment.
369.
Keeping in mind, of course, that Raul Renteria does have a strike going into the 10th, and Chondite will only have a spare going into the 10th. So even though Chondite has the lead right now, if my math is correct, he cannot shut Raul out. Would that be correct?
You're pretty close, yes. Chondite has the lead at the moment. He leads by 3 going into the 10th, but Raul can strike out and win this game, no matter what Chondite does. And that does not help the cause. Now we have a
No,
possibility of
not only does that not help the cause, because that was a spare, Chondite now win. I think there's 3 pins up there, correct, John?
Yes, 3-6-10. Yes, that is big.
So Chondite just went from up 3 to tied.
Yes, it is now an even game right now. Chondite spare strikes, he'll finish with 163. Raul can go spare strike for 163. So Raul,
Not exactly the most impressive of scores, but it doesn't matter if you're 1 pin higher than your opponent.
yes. Well, and that's not good either. And now the ball return's getting another smack, and I may have to start telling these ballers to take it easy on the ball return. Before
I think you may have to send the ball return into Siberia or something to make sure it's
Yeah.
What did the ball return ever do to either of these bowlers? Anyway, if Raul marks here, he wins. And that's a strike, and he wins game 5, albeit not in the most impressive fashion, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think the ball return's going to probably sue for palimony from the towel for physical damages. Poor little ball return. Second shot here. Obviously, he's won it already, so it really doesn't matter, except another strike. And of course, you're thinking, where was this? I'm sure Raul was thinking, where was this? Where has this been? So, by the way, my predictions at the beginning of the evening was Raul would win in 6, Miguel Acobo would hold on in 6, and Dysfunctional Bulls would hold on in 7. But there's a lot of game left to play for everybody here. Final shot for Renteria. Well, it's sloppy, but it's good. So at the end of game 5, Raul Renteria is going to win, and he will be up 3-2 in this match going into a game 6.
Okay, I'm back. All right, dealing with Wi-Fi issues, yeah, but quickly taken care of. So looks like that open did not matter. Raul did win game 6. He doubled in the 10th. Looks like so. So Raul Renteria goes 29 in the 10th. He wins game 5, 182-152. Raul Renteria repeats the lead in this match 3-2.
And because he does that, I will say this: the margin of error for Chondite Faison is 0.
El Chico.
Oh, it was Jonathan Dansby. El Chico. Basically, what that means is that there's 2 games left in that match, and Chondite must win both of them, or Raul will successfully defend. Meanwhile, what's going on here in the heavyweight matchup?
We got some BS carry. Trip 4 for a turkey champion. That's what we got. With that strike, that's a turkey, and Miguel has. Let's see. We got an even match here. We have an even match. Both bowlers can have 258. Ducky started off slow. He went open. He's got the next 3, 4 here. Looking for 4 in a row in the 6th frame. Oh, trip 2. And Ducky, they act like you want to be here. Come on. So that's a big break for the challenge. Trip.
I'll be walking home.
3.
John, your audio is fading out, John.
Go out for 250. I hope it's
So
not getting out.
basically, what I'm hearing from John is that this match is tight.
This match is definitely tight, yes.
So now, I'm sorry, Tom, we didn't hear you. What happens if both bowlers strike out, even though now I know that's going to change?
Well, before the 7th count, both bowlers could have struck out for 258. Now Ducky can go up for 235. But we're going to turn over to the Uncapped tag team match here. Actually, there ain't much to see because unless Dave misses this single hit, we have ourselves a high. Oh, sorry, no, my math is not correct. We have a game. This is now a close game. Dave needed the first hit to shut out DHS. We now have a possibility of tie. Dave, if he goes fair strike, this ultra ball is about 257. DHS can strike out in the 10th for 257. So we have a high scoring close game here in the 10th frame. Dave here on the 6th pin. Yes, covers the 6. No problem there.
Now, this is game 5, correct, John?
This is game 5.
So
Yep.
that means that Matthew Frei-Funk's got to finish.
Yes, Frei-Funk must finish, and here is Frei-Funk, yes. So that was actually, that was very interesting. If Dave actually missed a spare, that was game over. That was very ballsy there.
That is correct.
They said that much confidence. Yeah. And there is 257. So they can't lose in regulation. Dysfunctional bowlers, 257 in the clubhouse. Best they can do is tie. I'm sorry, DHS best they can do is tie the game. And Prell is going to get all 3 here in the 10th.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy, Miguel may have just given this game back to Ducky. Nobody wants it right now. Right now, Prell's going to want this one. Got to have this one. This one's wide. Goodbye. This is the head pin. Game over. Dysfunctional bowlers lead 3-2. Prell got that one wide, not even close.
So now I will say this again because DHS is now down 3-2. Margin of error for that match is now 0.
It is 0.
Or in the words of Jonathan, El Chico. Again, 2 games left now. DHS must win them both, or Dysfunctional bowlers will hold on to the Uncapped tag team titles. So right now you have 2 matches where Dysfunctional bowlers are up 3-2.
Yes. Well, yes. Champion. So Dysfunctional bowlers. Yes, both matches Dysfunctional bowlers are up 3-2. Raul's up 3-2. Nagelhout, Frei-Funk 3-2. And there with it. And just like when we thought things were bleak, Dysfunctional bowlers are both Dysfunctional bowlers.
I can hear Jennifer Schwartz in the background, by the way.
Yes,
ask Jennifer what's going on here.
Ask Jen what's going on here?
Yeah. Why
What?
We got some people in attendance here. Gordon can hear you.
Hi, Gordon.
Yeah, go ahead.
I told him he's sitting behind him. He was going to hear me.
Oh, we had no problem with that. Ducky are 210.
Whoa, come on.
Yeah, got some fans in attendance here.
We were supposed to take a picture with you today, by the way.
Now, for the people that aren't aware of this, Jennifer Schwartz is one of the, if not the biggest fan in the Ducky Russell fan club in the Ducky Russell.
Gordon should be here as your.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She would definitely agree with that, yeah.
Don't be agreeing for me.
Oh, you're like the number 1 fan of the Ducky Russell.
There you go. Oh, no, it's second. Number 1 right there.
Oh, sorry. Number 1. No, Jen says she's number 2. Number 1 is
It's sitting behind
Jen. So they have 1 and 2 in attendance. There.
Got it. Sorry, Jen. Understood. No, if I did not have an engagement at 4 o'clock today, I would be there. But I have an engagement at 4 o'clock today.
I see. That's okay.
All right,
So,
now can Miguel Acobo capitalize on the mistakes Ducky Russell made so far?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. That's big. So Miguel, after that mess between both bowlers. Oh, Frank. All right.
Meanwhile, DHS is starting to fall apart here. I just saw Maynard whiff on a 4-pin.
That was actually an 8-pin. That was 8-pin.
Oh, well, that's even worse.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, 8-pin game, 10th frame. Miguel Acobo lead by 8. First ball to 10. Miguel on hold. He gets 7 out. All right. So spare strike. Ducky's going to be first hit 10th here. And yeah, Frank just whipped the head pin now. She looked like Alex with that last one. So Miguel on 3-6-10. He covers. Okay, so strike here, and Miguel up 200. And actually, Ducky will need more than the strike. First ball to 10. He will need strike on spare. Strike on spare. If Miguel strikes. So this is big. This is actually a big fill shot. And he gets a big fill shot from Miguel Acobo. He finishes with 200. And Ducky Russell will need strike 9 spare or better to regain the lead for the 3rd time this match.
So, John, there is a potential for a tie situation then.
Oh, there is, yes, absolutely, yes. Strike 9 miss is a tie. Strike 8 spare is a tie. But more importantly, he's got to have the first hit. He's got to have big shot. Got to have this one. This is 10 to go. Big shot for Ducky Russell. He has put up clutch in the 10th frame in these games. Ducky Russell put up huge again here in the 10th frame.
Well, that's big. However, this one is just as big. Strike is a win. 9 spare is a win, but he's got to have at least 8. If he does not have at least 8, he will lose this match. Or this game, I should say. He'll be done in the match. So must have at least 8 here.
This is for the 3-2 lead in the match. Yes! There we go. Double in the 10th for Ducky Russell. And Ducky will take the lead again for the 3rd time this match. Will now be up 3-2.
This is going to sound familiar here, but this time I've said it for the 2 challengers. Now I'm saying it for the champion. The margin of error now for Mr. Acobo is 0.
Yes. Yes, sir. It is 0. El Cheapo, call whatever you want. It has become minuscule.
There are 2 games left. If Miguel does not win them both, we are seeing a new heavyweight champion.
Yes, new heavyweight champion in a place where Ducky thought he was going to struggle, but was afraid of going into Miguel's backyard, but it's not the case right now, so.
John, how many times have we seen people lose their belts in their own backyard?
Plenty.
Just because it's your own backyard doesn't guarantee you're going to win. I mean, right now, all 3 people whose quote unquote it's in their backyard are now trailing. All 3 of them are trailing 3-2.
Yeah, they are. Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yes.
And it's getting uglier for DHS.
Jordan can hear me.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it plenty of times. You know, guys losing the belts in their own backyard. And we could be seeing it here again. Miguel start game 6 off with a 10.
I'll be like, well, if you were here, you would know.
Actually, all three matches in early going here at game 6. We'll go to the Cruiserweight title match.
Then apparently Dysfunctional won their last game by 235 points.
Oh, Wait, 200. Oh, yeah, okay. Wait.
Was that a 5-pin that Real just missed?
Wait, that's a 5-pin? Is that a 5-pin?
That looked like a 5-pin to me.
Is that a 5-pin he just missed? 5-pin? 5-pin? Who's gonna make a call on the Johnson and Johnson?
I was watching you were over there talking, so I'm like,
Yeah, oh yeah, Gordon's on there. Yeah. Raul is probably the most grumpiest bowler with 3-2 lead right now. He's probably the most miserable 3-2 lead bowler right now. Raul Renteria.
he is always fucking good.
Well, he just missed the 5-pin. I'd be really miserable.
I'm sorry, I should be cursing.
Oh, wait,
I was wondering who you were sitting there talking to. I'm like, who is he talking to?
Oh, someone on the board the whole time. He's yeah.
So, John, what is the score for this debacle right now? Because I would think with 2 straight opens, Chondite would be winning, but I could be wrong.
Well, he was miserable every time.
Chondite at the moment is winning by 13. If I say at the moment, he's got a goal. Okay.
Chondite, move over.
10. That's why it's hard to say. Chondite has the lead at the moment, but he's doing a good job giving leads away.
You know you're in a slump right now when Jennifer Schwartz is yelling at you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know.
Come on, stop.
Well, she's right here. I mean, she's like 2 feet behind me. So.
Hi, Jen. Again. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, so now after 4 breaks, I can say now for sure, Chondite has a lead.
Well, he had a lead game 5 and then probably punched it away.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. He did. So.
Somebody's over there talking to himself. Come here.
Chondite looks like he's on the phone.
He's talking to himself.
Chondite's on the phone. Oh, is he calling
Where
himself?
exactly did you think I was? Did you think I was in your shoe? Where? What are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's got an earpiece in there talking to somebody or not, or I don't know what's going on, or if he actually was talking to himself there. Well, whatever he was just doing, I mean, it worked. Question mark? He got a strike. I mean,
Sure, okay.
I don't know if he had any. No, he didn't have an earpiece. No, he was talking to himself. Okay. But, it worked. Okay, yeah. So it worked, and he holds on to a 10-pin lead, and he's got a strike in the 5th. So Raul Renteria, he's got back-to-back opens. He's going on ball change, and he has a 10 out. Well, Raul found something.
Like that ice cream.
Raul Renteria leads 3-2, running away from another successful title defense. And Uncapped tag team bowlers, well, I mean, it hasn't been all that great for WCS. And, my goodness. I'm watching the guys bowl over here, and the lefties don't look like they're having fun. Actually, it's actually unique to see Frei-Funk on the right side lane by himself. You've got 3 lefties. You've got Frank, Alex, and Dave on the left side there. So, pretty unique situation there. Right now, Prell just not looking all great. I'll put it this way: DHS has 60 in the 5th. They're on the verge of going down to losing this title match 4-2. Raul, he gets Raul becomes fair, so it's not 10-pin game. Here's Chondite. And he crosses over again. So interesting to see here in game 6. The bowlers are migrating left further and further. Chondite keeps moving left. And Jenks is saying, move left, move left, move left. I'm like, well, how much move left can he do here? I mean, at this point, Chondite will be in front of ball strike,
Apparently, he needed down a point before starting the bully motion.
Yeah. Well, Chondite's not that far left on the on the right lane, so. It's almost like he's. Oh, that's Ducky. Wow. Okay. Wow. So, I don't think he's. I don't think so. Playing far left. He does not look far right now, and at 0 on the right side, and some pretty maple stairs. Okay, as I say that, I was wondering if that ball's going to come back and get the head pin. Chondite still staying clean, has a good advantage, but door opens for Raul to come back and double here.
You either move your feet or move over. You're not getting it to the right enough.
I gotta put up. I'm already on 35.
You're already to the. Yeah, either move your eyes or move your feet.
That's 35. The 10 pin, throwing some lumber around. That's not the 10 pin down. Raul Renteria. Struck last time, the time before, he flagged a 5 pin. Yes, Paul Johnson. And now he goes high. Leaves a 6-10.
So, 5 pin. Does that mean that it's Pelican?
I'll have to ask him. I don't know. I'll have to. Oh, no. And Raul does cover the 6-10, almost struck. Oh. I would. We're gonna go back to. We're gonna go over to the Uncapped tag team colors. But this one may end fast. DHS has 88 in the 7th, and that's not winning.
No,
Not winning a lot
trying
of
to
games.
figure out how to eliminate it.
The Dysfunctional working on strike in the 7th, 8 bucks 248. DHS 170. Okay, Dysfunctional 247. DHS now 168. So this is going to end fast. Dysfunctional is going to go to 8-0 in their Uncapped tenure. I'm sorry, 9-0.
It's not good when you. It's not good for the other team when your opponents have 168 and you're trailing by 90.
Yeah, I know it's going to be another game. I mean, this will be another game where DHS is going to lose games by game 3. Or pretty close to it. I mean, it's a feeling. It's a place you don't want to be.
Still didn't get it on the other side.
Especially this late in the match. This is the deciding game for DHS. It appears to be lose. It's done. I mean, dysfunction bowlers. They just need to make sure to get their tags in and keep them on the lane. And they're going to continue to be undefeated after today.
Keep it that way.
I need them to yelling very loudly. Let's go focus on the heavyweight.
Yeah, Nagelhout, let's see, that's 5, 8. Yeah, that one's pretty much that's going to wrap it up pretty much. We'll turn to the heavyweights here, as we do have some noise being made here. Actually, we're heavyweights are in the 6th frame. Here's Ducky, and Ducky gets his first double. He has 67 in the 4th. He's got a double by 6th frame. Here's the close game. It's a 7-win game.
There you go, Sean.
Cruiserweights, we'll go back to Cruiserweights because they are getting close to the end of game 6. Chondite strikes frame. Both going to go 9-10 here. And the best Raul can do is 193. Chondite can go up in the 10th for 201. So this is big for Raul here. 9-3. Gotta have it. So right now, Raul Renteria actually trails by 11?
Rolling right now.
11, yes. Actually, I must have not done math.
They put it on TV.
Where did I do math? Oh, no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Raul
it's
starts with 10. He can go up for 180. Chondite will need, if Raul goes 180, Chondite will need spare strike or better.
That's your rock right on top.
Come on, Duck. Oh, man, that's it. Right ahead.
You may want to tell Chondite to move his head and the rest of his body.
Okay, hold on.
So basically what Dan Dansbury said, and I'm going to go with it, Chondite here, any mark strike will give him the win. Obviously, a strike will give him the win. Oh, boy. 2-4-10, and he needs to make this. If he makes this and goes to strike, we have a game 7. If he doesn't make this, this match is over. Going to try to make this. Is he going to make it? No, he's not. And that is the game in the match. Wow, Raul Renteria is going to win this one 4-2. Yipes, as they say. All right, so now we're going back to the heavyweight title. And I'm still waiting for a John. That sounded bad.
Helps by getting the stream. Helps by getting the stream. That might help. Miguel, watch out. Oh, chops the 6 off the 10. Right now, Miguel can go out for 220. The best Ducky Russell can do 214. But the gap has shrunk. We have ourselves a game.
John, say that again. You got cut off.
Saying we with the open, the best Miguel can do is 220. Ducky Russell can strike 9, 10, 11, 12 for 214. We have ourselves a game.
So now you were there. What the heck happened at the end of that Cruiserweight?
Sean may need a mark. All games he's been missing left. He's been crossing over. He decides to get one right, and the ball never came back. He 2-4-10s, and Chondite did not pick out the 10.
Wow, I saw that live in motion. That was crazy.
Yeah, and that's a big shot for Ducky. So striking the 9. It's a 16-pin lead for Miguel, but Ducky can put a lot of pressure.
I believe as you said, if my math is correct, Ducky really needs the first one to put any sort of pressure on Miguel. Because if Ducky strikes, Miguel needs a mark, and we've already seen around 10 minutes ago that that's not a gimme.
Right.
And then if Ducky goes 2, Miguel's got to go 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty much, yes. So Miguel has to match Ducky to go to Game 7. Big first shot here in the 10th frame for Ducky Russell. 10 back. He's got a double now. Now he's in the 2 O's. Sorry, he's in 2 O's. So now Miguel needs a mark.
Because hopefully the traffic
Next strike for Ducky. Miguel to double.
Second shot here coming up. This is a huge shot. There's a big difference between needing a mark and needing a double.
I knew we had to come up with 2 twice. Yeah, the Whitestone.
Second ball 10. That was quick off his hand. High shot. Almost got a break. Tripping the 6 out. Did not go down. So now it's only a mark for Miguel.
And that is a huge break for Miguel Acobo.
Yes, absolutely. Huge difference between the 2.
Yeah.
Ducky, yeah. I mean,
I say this is a huge break for Miguel. Miguel still needs a mark. And we all thought there was going to be a Game 7 on the Cruiserweight side because the Chondite produced their mark, and that did not happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so for Miguel Acobo's Game 7, he needs to fill 14 here in the 10th frame.
Yeah, take up plus.
He just won. Oh, that one's going to read early. High shot. 310. He's got to make the 310. We may may have a repeat.
And if he doesn't make the spare here, we will have a new heavyweight champion.
310. Here we go. Got a hook. No! It's over. Ducky Russell is your new Northeast heavyweight champion. And another stunning finish. Unbelievable. Miguel gets one wide. It reads early, goes high, and he does not cover to 310. And we have a new champion in the house.
Long live King Ducky.
Yeah,
and
Ducky Russell climbing the ladder.
I know the one thing we will not have a problem with is getting an interview with him.
Oh, yeah. Interview, yeah. He was wondering where the interview's at. He will definitely get one now. He definitely get one. So go ahead, Gordon, talk to me.
All right. So right now, basically, the New York people, or the people that were in the New York home house, quote unquote, go 0 for 3 today. So much for home field advantage, so much for home field cooking, and probably the biggest shock of them all, but here it is, your new heavyweight champion from, not from Ducket, but the New Jersey Legends, Ducky Russell. Stuns Miguel Acobo 4-2 and he wins the heavyweight championship.
Hey, absolutely. I'm going to bring Ducky and Ducky. Ducky. Hey. Get over here. Gordon's going to do the interview. Gordon, I got one. I got the new heavyweight champion here. Put him in and just talk.
Hello, guys. I don't know who's on there watching and whatnot. This is gonna be short. This is gonna be short and sweet. See y'all guys tomorrow at the relay with my new title belt.
Sounds good. I'm actually going to be there tomorrow. Ducky and I can have a little sit down.
Point blank period.
Of course, it would have been better if I can get him in front of the camera.
I had somewhere to be at 7 o'clock. Where's my coffee belt? Let's go.
You have to do an interview. That's the TV for me. We're gonna have like a 2.5 hour. Maddie said hello. You have to do an interview.
Gordon on there?
Huh?
Yeah, Gordon's here.
I don't know.
Gordon should be on there.
No one said anything.
You gotta put the earbuds in.
I did. I sat there and I said
Gordon,
hello.
you there?
I don't know who's
No,
here. Who's not here.
I'm here. I don't
See y'all
know what
tomorrow at the
universe
relay.
Ducky is from.
Oh my God, he's such a
Try it. Try now. Fuck it. Talk.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Ducky.
Hello.
Hello. Have a seat.
Hello, Ducky.
Hello.
Let's go.
Hello.
Let's go.
All right,
How
can
you doing,
hear me,
sir?
Duck?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can hear
there
you.
he is. I'm okay. How are you doing?
All right.
It would be great if I can get you in front of the camera, though.
They can't see
Hey,
you.
Dansbury. He said he wants to see me in front of the camera, though. Yeah, go get that.
You gotta turn the camera around.
Go get my belt.
How do you do it so they can see me?
It's right there. The belt's over there.
Well, I can see the #1 fan in Ducky's fan club.
As always.
It's
All right.
I gotta wear the fucking phone.
There he is. Hey.
Let's crack a lot.
It's frozen.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. This is my laptop.
I can hear you. What's up, Gordon?
All right, great. And I can see you, which is fantastic. First of all, congratulations on the win, sir.
Thank you very much. Camera's right here. Thank you very much. How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, but I'm sure that you're doing even better at this point.
You're looking the wrong way.
It's been a long journey to get here. I brought Raul Smith here. I brought Ed Schuler here. I mean, it feels good to be here myself.
It's been a long journey in more than one way. I mean, first of all, it's been a long journey for you traveling today. But secondly, once you got the World list, you're thinking, wait, that's not third. What was going through your mind today?
Nothing. I mean, I knew that I was coming into his area, so the breakdown was going to play into his favor. I just had to make my spares and jump ahead of it beforehand. I was not expecting that split in the 10th at all. Yeah, like that was just a nail in the coffin type stuff.
So now you got the belt. The belt, at least one of the belts is now going. I shouldn't say going back to Jersey. Most of those are in Jersey. This one's going from New York back over to Jersey. And you said that you brought Ed Schuler over here. How important to Ed was this that you got the belt? Because Ed had the belt at one point.
Yeah, Ed had the belt. Coochie Killer had the belt. I thought I was their noisemaker, also known as a manager. They did all the work. I just was their cheer support. Taking the belt to the team relay tomorrow, and then we'll have a group team picture tomorrow. This is going to hang up in maybe the pro shop or something. I don't know where we're going to go.
So anyway, I'll talk with you a little bit more over team relay. I know that you've got to go somewhere at 7 o'clock. I don't want to keep you too long. Any shout out that you want to say? Floor yours.
No, I just want to sit there and thank Jen and my daughter for coming out here and support me. Now we just gotta hit this traffic and get back to Jersey. See you tomorrow, Gordon.
Daughter's gonna have some fun with that belt. I have a feeling.
gotta go. No, he said he's done.
Oh, you're done. Okay.
I'm done.
Oh,
Ducky, thank you so much.
oh, there we go. All right, Jim. Okay. All right, so there we go. There's your new Northeast Heavyweight Champion. We have one new champion announced, 2 successful title defenses so far.
I get it fixed.
Yeah, John, don't forget the picture of her with the belt.
I got a question. I mean,
Yes.
while we're still here,
What's up?
what's next for Ducky?
What's next for Ducky?
How long do I hold this?
Well, you can
Do I go in the battle bowl with it?
Yeah, we one more. One more. There's matches. One match in May, June. May, June's one match.
Where's it going to be?
Well, I gotta figure that out. There's a lot of events.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of events, and I'm going to Vegas the last week of May, and I'm in Lebanon the last week of June.
Well, I guess
And I work at a supermarket, so working at the first week of the month, I mean, it's going to be tight trying to get off on the weekend. So preferably not the first weekend of the month. I'm just throwing it out there. If I had to, I had to.
Right.
My boss would have to understand, but
yeah,
just wanted to put my 2 cents out there.
Okay.
I'm not sure you want to have that conversation live in front of everybody, John.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, that's why I'm kind of averting that now. So I'm taking care of that now. So there it is. There's your finals. We'll recap this real quickly. Dysfunctional, as you know, Ducky Russell, your new Northeast Heavyweight Champion. He wins Game 6, 203-199, and of course that stunning finish to that title match. I just could not believe that. I was surprised myself. So
That's a little bit crazy, but we always, when you have that high average, we always assume that you're going to throw the spare, or at least a mark, and sometimes we take it for granted. Sometimes we take it for granted a little bit too much, and the match is not mathematically over.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, you're right, and that proves it. So that proves it. So. I mean, you bowl everything down to the end. I mean, even the cruiserweight, Chondite needs a mark. He goes 2-4-10, and in this house, I mean, it is very easy to miss your mark and to get punished for it. And we saw it today. Cruiserweights. I think in that match, I mean, we had both bowlers had one game over 200. Raul had 258 game 3. Chondite had 203 to start the match, and didn't have another 200 game for the day. So spares are a premium in this house if you're bowling, especially in this kind of environment.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I mean, that may not be the case for the Dysfunctional Bowlers, the tag team. When they won the next 4, they went to town, but yeah, spares are a premium in this house. So
I need to call it for 33-34.
that's why I don't bring it. I bring credit cards. All right. All right. So for those that are tuning in, we will be starting up the next set of matches shortly, around 3 o'clock. We have 2 title matches for you, and we have another match on the side, another WCS match, a heavyweight match, and check it out on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back shortly around